Hi, in this class I'm going to teach you how to retopologize a 3D character. This one is a character that I sculpted for Andrew Silk, a friend of mine, an amazing animator, and so let me sculpt a character for him. So it's a demon of rock. That's where I've got the AC/DC symbol. I'm going to put the proper logo on there when we texture it in Substance Painter. And we'll start off by decimating the model so that it's got a low resolution. And then we can export it as an FBX and then import into Maya. And then use the quad draw tool to retopologize the whole character. So let's get started on it. You'll be able to download the file from my Patreon and then load tool, LM demon character, LM rock demon final sculpture, load that one up. And when you first open ZBrush, hit the lightbox button to hide it. Then go to Decimation Master, which is here. You'll be able to download my UI if you want to follow along with that. And then pre-process all. So we're going to take all these components, it's going to calculate every component, and then we go to decimate. So this will take a minute. So I'll just pause it while it does its thing. Right, that's the pre-processing done. It took about a minute. And then we just hit decimate all. I've got it at 200k polygons. So there we go. Turn off perspective. And you know it's done because it's turned white. So instead of a couple of million polygons, it's decimated. And we're down to 200k, but it looks identical. So now, we just export, close that, FBX, export import, and then go to export. Back to your folder, we call it Rock Demon Decimation. Save it out. Which takes a minute again. And then we're straight into Maya. So as soon as that's done, open up Maya and we'll import it. That took about 3 minutes. So I've opened up Maya and we go to File, Import, back to your desktop, so LM demon character and then the decimation file. We import that and then we make it a live model so that you can retopologize and build a new low resolution surface over the top. So you just wait for that to load. Go to Show, Viewport, hide the grid, so we don't need that. And we'll start with the body. All these things we'll rename when we've rebuilt the surface, so select everything in the outline apart from the body. And then in the channel box, go to Visibility, hit 0 to turn it all off. Then we'll start retopologizing this character, the body. So make it live with the magnet symbol. Go to Modeling Toolkit, Quad Draw. Make sure you've got Symmetry turned on, Object X. And we'll start off with the face. Live. You can tell that the model is live when it goes green in the outliner. So quad draw, start placing vertices, these dots. My computer had a freezing moment there for some reason. So I'm going to start at the top of the eyelid. I'm going to go. The other thing that I want to turn on now, I'll go back here, is the eyes. Turn that back on. Press F8 to come out of edit mode. Rename eyes. So we've got everything apart from shift select and hide everything apart from eyes and body. Make the eyes live as well. Shift select both. I've got eyes and body on now. Modelling toolkit, quad draw. I'm going to start with the eyelids. Go halfway between on each point. Quarters. And then between again. This way we get nice eyelid, movement on the eyelids. Eventually I'm going to rig this. Oh, Andrew is. I think I've got a tiny amount of lag maybe with the recording the video and the model at the same time. So if you hold down Control, you can add in an edge loop if you need it. So what I'm going to do is add one at either end. Put some nice eyelids. Should be easy enough for you to follow along. Put enough geometry in there so that I can get some nice detail. Move that up. I'm going to make it looks like a mask. Which, if you imagine a burglar's mask, like cartoon burglars, and they always wore a mask. Then and that's kind of the shape that we're going for. And then we get the bridge of the nose. We're just going to do it straight across. And if you've got the Object X turned on for your symmetry, then when it goes yellow these snap together, these verts. And if you hold down Shift and draw across, you can do multiple at the same time. And then here, because we want the loop to go around, instead of putting it snapping to this one here, we're going straight up, because then the loop goes around the outside. So like M&M around the outside, but not as cool. So then when we get to this point here, we're going to match this one. So you'll see what I mean in a second. When you snap this one, that loop goes all the way around like a burglar's mask. And then we'll bring the nose in here, and then join in the mouth and all the other components. Hold down Control and add some edge loops. Probably another one here. So we've got a nice amount for facial rigging and animation, you know, when you build the blend shapes for your face. So we're starting off with quite a bit of detail in the face. I want it to be really expressive. So this is for an action shot where the demon jumps out on a guy with an assault rifle, and hopefully Andrew will make it give a bit of raw. As it attacks. That's what I'm hoping. So the top of the head, I'm going to start off with really big polygons. Large geo, which makes it easier, and then we can add in detail later, you know, add more geo as you move along. This one we can make it so it's circular. Pull the points out. I'm going to put geo in here because you might want to shoot it and then have the horns snap off. So I'm going to put geo underneath the horns just in case. And I'm going to put models at different stages that you'll be able to get for free on my Patreon, so that you can follow along depending on which stage that you want to have a go at. You might want to do it from the beginning, follow along. And if you hold down Shift, you can smooth it. Make sure it's all going in the right direction. Put another edge loop in there, and some more edge loops in, press B, hold down Shift to adjust the size of the brush, and you can smooth it a bit. Just relax it. Press B to turn it off. We'll start doing the brows. And then see how much geo we want in there. Should be enough. Might add more. Maybe I'll add a bit more. There we go. I'm getting a small amount of lag. Adding another edge loop there, pull that one across, that one there. Start pulling these in a bit, so just smooth it over. Drop another edge loop in, then another one here and here. Drop another couple. Hit B. Smooth. I built this character in with a neutral expression. Just want it to be really expressive. This one here will connect up to the top of the ear, right from the corner of the eye. And then we'll drop another edge loop in there. Press B, smooth that out. Looking pretty good there. Drop a few in here. Another one in there, and line it all up. Smooth it. Move that across. Drop another edge loop with control and another couple there. Oops. Then instead of going around that way, we're going to go this way. Still use big chunks of geo at the minute. Don't need a load of detail, it was just for the face. Smooth it out here because you can see that the edges are too close together. Turn off B again. Pull those back. A bit of lag. Press B, smooth it out. Should give us a nice amount of geometry to go down the back. And then we can knock another 3 edges in here. One in here, one in here. Drop 3 verts in. Press B, smooth it out. I think I've got a little bit of lag again. So hopefully if my channel does any good, I'll have to get a faster graphics card to be able to cope with both. B. Drop another edge loop. Smooth it out. So now we've gone to the corner of the mouth and we want it to deform nicely, so just have to work it out as we go along. I want the lines going across from as straight as they can really. So we're building another loop around the mouth. So all the loops are going to join up together. You've got one loop around the eye, you've got a loop around both eyes like the mask, and you've got a loop coming round here and round the chin, and then a loop for the mouth. And they all connect together. Next we're going to do the nose. So I think I'll move that up. And I want an edge. I want the geode to go around the loop of the nostril. And if you've got a dot you need to get rid of. If you scroll down you can see clear dots. Another edge loop in there. So what we're doing is we're making it curve around so then it can sneer and snarl. We've got a 5-side in there now. And then this edge here is going to go, I think it's called the nasal labial fold. I'm not 100% sure, but I know where I need to put the edge loops in Retopology. So ideally all of these connect like this. So we're nearly done with the face. It's not that far off now. And we're going to do the nose. Problem solving all the time. You follow most of the same rules, but with every model, every single model is different. You try to get them the same, as close as you can, and it's just practice building hundreds of models over and over and over and over until you go completely insane, and it's the only way to improve. Make loads of errors and fail fast, and that's how you learn. So now we're going to add one here, and we'll do the nostrils. Clear dots. Let's see. Delete that one, build one there, build one there. Oops. And just smooth over the top of all of these. I've never doing YouTube videos before. It's kind of weird talking to yourself, and something I'll probably get used to, but forgetting to talk. So in the back of the throat, I'm going to do a square cut. This will just make it easy to extrude when we build the mouth bag for the inner mouth for animating it. Make it a lot easier. Drop an edge loop in there. And then just put enough spans that you can match them up. When we've got it all linked up, we'll just smooth it all out. Another one in there. And then be able to make it snarl and growl and do whatever you want in your animation. And then pull these up a bit. Add some loops in. A bit laggy. And in the jaw we're going to need a 5-side. So just where we've got it, different directions, and they start to connect up. So your 5-side goes just under your jaw, or where the jaw and the neck connect, just here. And sometimes you need them in the cheek. And it's done that damn snapping thing, you know, right when you don't want it. The time you don't want it in the middle of a video. You know, it never happens any other time, and now I've got it happening. Bloody thing. Press B and we'll smooth this out. Got a bit of lag. Now we don't need the eyes, so we can turn that off and actually delete the eyes. Don't need them anymore. And then when we go to the new geometry that we've just created, got a bit of lag. Go to the new poly surface. We'll hide the visibility on the live object, then you can get an idea of what the character is going to look like. So it's going to look pretty cool when it's done. And then we'll extrude the eyes in, we'll extrude the mouth properly at the back of the mouth. But you can see kind of looks a bit like Hellboy. So turn that back on. One, make it live again. Poly surface, select your poly surface, delete the history and freeze transformations. Modeling toolkit, quad draw again, and we just continue. The one thing I did do was press smooth preview, which was 3 on the keyboard. Just press number 1 again so that it's not cutting through the high-res geometry on the model. I haven't decided how much detail I want in the gums yet, because I've sculpted the gums, but I've got to decide whether I'm going to do that. This new Retopologise model is going to be basically the new base mesh that we can add a load of detail and resolution into. So you know, you can add more detail in and repaint things, you know, once you've retopologized it and UV mapped it. And the other thing is here, because I'm going to extrude it, the throat, so it looks like it's got a proper throat. I'm going to delete these now. Make things a bit easier for myself. You know, it's no big deal having to redo something like this. You know, if you have a better idea, you're better off going with it. So I can cut the resolution down a bit. No, don't keep ploughing ahead. If you know you can do something better, just change it. It's no big deal. Just because it's there. If you think you like something a different way, just fix it. Oh, that's way cleaner. Easier, faster, more efficient. Way quicker. Now when we take the edge, I'm going to extrude it down and out, you know, as that it's going to go down its throat. So you just keep going around here. Get these bits in the right place. Something weird going on with the mirror then. Another couple of edge loops. Smooth it a bit. Try and make sure we've got nice shapes. And end up with another 5-side there, I think. No. So we delete that one and that one, put one in here, put another edge loop in there. And then continue along. Another in there. Very rare that that happens, but easy enough to fix. We don't want that one in there. Sometimes when you've done a sculpture and you find, if you ever find there are parts that you can't get to, Just wait until you can, wait until you've retopologized most of it. And then you can fix it in the model. You know, once you've dumped the high res, you can go and alter, you know, like if there's a gap here, because you can't see it that well, you'll see it easily in the model, you know, in the low res. Just wait until you've finished that part, like that hole there. Don't sit there for hours trying to fix that, just move on to the next part and we'll come back to it. Smooth it out a bit now. Run over the top of it. Easier. And then we'll start off with bigger pieces of geo now. See, there's definitely a bend there in the neck, in the where the head, where the skull joins the neck. B, smooth it out. And then smooth all of that out. And then we'll build the ears out in a bit. Probably put another edge loop in there so that we've put a few in, just so we've got something to work with to get into the ear. Probably another one in here. And a couple in there. So just as an idea of what it looks like now, we go to the high res, turn off that, channel box, turn off visibility, and then we've got the low res, delete the history on it, and go to mesh display, soften edge. Then if you hit 3 on the keyboard, you can see what it looks like. So fill in these other components, extrude the throat and the eyelids, and then it's ready for, well, it will be ready for rigging. So hit 1 on the keyboard, go back to your high res, turn on the visibility again, number 1 on visibility, make it live so it goes green, select the poly surface, modelling toolkit, quad draw, and back into it. And then we'll add in these few bits now, smooth it all. If we lift these up, and a few loops in. There we go. And that's the head done, apart from this little piece here that will fix when the rest of the model's done. So now we're just going to start doing like really big pieces of geo. Speed things up. Figure out how much we need. Now we're getting somewhere with it. And some more edge loops in there. Smooth it all out. Hit B. Hit B again. That's nice. And that's the head done, you know, apart from the ears. So we'll start on the ears now. Just gonna make it like a loop. Clear dots. Ooh. Flying away then. So I'm going to build a loop around the ear and the edge. And then figure out which shapes we need. And then 2 more. Add those in. And then build the inside of the ear. Because really this is going to be the once it's UV mapped, it's going to be the base mesh. The high resolution is just the concept and an idea of what you want. You really start detailing it when you've got the base mesh. Add another edge loop. Probably do one up the middle as well. Another one in there. And there we go. And start going around the outside. And then build around the ear. On this edge. Keep following it along and then we stitch the ears into the head. The two most time consuming parts I find are just the probably the ears and fingers, or just the hands. And one thing that you really want to avoid is having a spiral. Because when you come to UV mapping, which is probably one of the most important parts, you don't want a spiral. So you want everything to cut nicely. And nothing will mess it up quicker than a spiral. another one in here. Okay, dots. And then start stitching the ear into the body. So that one we can delete, and that one, and put one in here and in there, and start linking up the ear with the body. Do we like that? Yes. And then smooth. And then add another loop in there, and that fills that in. Because we can add more resolution when it goes back into ZBrush. This is basically it's going to be the base mesh. And then come around the top half, add some more verts. Pointy ears are always a bit of a pain. Another edge loop in there. Just make sure you think about how all these components are going to be affected when you UV map them. So now hit B on the keyboard and then give it a quick smooth round. Make the brush a bit bigger. Smaller for the ear. B. And there we go, that's the head almost done. What we'll do now, we're going to video number 2. So we'll turn live off on the high res, zero that out to hide it, delete history, and then number 3 on the keyboard. You get an idea of what it's going to look like. And then if you go into Zoo Tools and you go to Lights, Fixed Viewport, and you go Create Reparent Light, and you see what it's really going to look like. Just move that out of the way. And then we go to Viewport, Lights. So now, select the head, rename it head, so we're going to right click, edge, select around the eyes, extrude, W, extrude them back, make sure they're aligned nicely, and then G on the keyboard, W, just to repeat the same thing. And now we're going to test some eyes. So what we do is create a polygon sphere, and we'll adjust the res. And I'll put it up to about 20. 3 on the keyboard, R, scale, W, move it forward, rotate 90 and X, R, scale, W, and then we're going to position some eyes. Scale it again. Just keep scaling and moving and tweaking it until it looks right. Might do some tweaking in the in ZBrush. So we history, freeze transformations, then with the eyelid, what we're going to do here is select these faces, and we're going to flatten them, put them in, press W, and then we're just going to scale them so that they're flat, so from a front view you can see that's completely flattened out. And we hit W, F8 on the keyboard, I might move that up just so it's like halfway, that's where I want to see it. And then mesh, mirror, -X. And the other thing, I think I'm going to extrude some nostrils. Hit G again, W on the keyboard. And then push those in and up. Looks cool. History, freeze transformations. And then with the ear, I think I'll add another edge loop. Number 1 on the keyboard. And W. Why am I doing that? Don't know. Scale it out a bit. Hit 3 on the keyboard. Just gives it a bit more detail. Looks a bit nicer now. Then I want to add more detail in the horns on the head. Well, where the stumps are for where the horns will be. I'm probably there. So, no, I don't like the top one, so I'll delete that one. But yeah, I like the edge on that. Delete history, freeze transformations. Rename the eyes. Control G. Rock. Demon. Geo. Then the next thing we're going to do is select the edge loops for the mouth and then extrude it. W on the keyboard, turn off symmetry, press spacebar, it's acting a bit weird because of the recording lag. F on the keyboard. Right. Had a bit of lag there. Not sure why. So we're going to the side view. Press F. Press 4 on the keyboard. Number 1. I'm going to select the edge. Back in perspective, we're going to just select that edge, move it back. And then we're going to scale that. Scale the next one, scale all these, just so they're nice and straight. Not all of them, but a few, just so we've got a nice mouth in the mouth shape. Then we're going to extrude that. W on the keyboard, G, W. Rotate it about 45 degrees, G, W. Pull that down, scale it, then on in the mouth we'll add a couple of edge loops. Probably add one there, one there, and one at the bottom, but move it up just a fraction. Hit 3 on the keyboard, and now we've got the inner mouth. So if we select the model, then symmetry, mesh, mesh tools, and then smooth. Press B on the keyboard to shrink the size of the brush. Get it to a sensible size. Just smooth out the mouth a bit. Back of the throat. W on the keyboard, and that's it. We've got a finished head. So in the next video we're going to go into the body. Do the body. It's not symmetrical, so we'll do one side and then the other. Then we'll stitch the head into the body and then do the feet and hands. So that'll be in separate videos, but that's the head to start with. And if we go into Arnold here, get an idea of what it's going to look like. So if we go to Settings, System, GPU, Adaptive, set this to 12, enable 12, close that. Then in Zoo Tools we go to Light Presets, double click this one and get an idea of what it looks like. So we'll start on the body next in the next video, and then add teeth and claws, and you get an idea of what it's like before we start going into detail and painting it in ZBrush, projection and all the other details. See you in the next video. Hey, in this video we're going to continue retopologizing the demon character. The head is completed now, so I've got nice edge flow. I've done the horns already and the teeth and added some gums. I've done the tongue and just modelled a bit of detail in the mouth, and you can see the internal mouth. I've done the part, you know, that makes him swallow. Don't know what it's called, but I've added that. And the head's done. So now we can get on with the body. So select the body, make it live, select the head, modelling toolkit, quad draw. With the body, go to channel box and hit 1 on visibility. So now it's visible. You can work on the body now. So start off with fairly large shapes, large polygons. And what we're going to do is start off under the armpits, and these polygons are going to feed into the neck. So we'll put some edge loops in a minute. This part here, we're going to go under the arms, and then round the back, and then into the back of the neck. So we can add an edge loop in the middle, and that'll make it bend nicely. I think we'll add 2 in there. And then we'll take these 2 out. then add them in like this. Split it, add another. And then we're going to build up now around the shoulder. You will see quite a lot of people will create a polygon cylinder and then sort of shrink wrap it to the shape of the arm, but this is really quite a complicated shape, so usually that doesn't work very well. So if we do it, just do it by hand because we get a better result. Depends on the model. If you've got a lot of detail, then it doesn't always work. Just depends on the model. Really, we want an edge loop to go straight down the middle of the arm. Right in the centre. And then we'll connect those up. And then delete those because we'll add another one in here. And that will work out nicely. So before we connect the necking on the back, we'll just use some pretty big polygons. And we can see symmetry isn't working, you know, under the arm on this side. So we'll just do that separately. Start on the arms and the wrists. Put one down the centre. And then I'm about halfway. Same again that side. Pull that one in, snap it, move it back to where you want it. Pull them into shape. Like that. And we'll just keep moving around. And then just align these under the arm. So I'll turn off symmetry now and then delete these polygons here just because they're looking a bit weird. Or something that we'll try is pulling this one down. Wait a minute. Symmetry back on. Pull these down a bit. And we'll correct it. And it doesn't like that, so we'll turn symmetry off and we'll redo this side. In fact, we'll just turn symmetry on, delete these. Because you are allowed to change your mind. The more important side is this side anyway, because the other side's missing, with there being a hole in the chest. So I'm not going to worry about that side. I'll make it a lot easier. Bit weird. There we go. And the easiest way to make the hole in the cavity in the chest is just to extrude it. Split an edge loop through there. And shape it to the body a little bit. And then come around to the front. And then we'll go back and do the hole in the chest when we've finished. And another edge loop in the shoulder. We're going to add quite a few in the shoulder just so you've got really nice deformation, and then hit B on the keyboard, adjust the brush, and we'll smooth it out a little. Try and get the roundness of the shoulders. Add another edge loop in here. Smooth it out a bit. Another edge loop here. No, not another edge loop there. One in there. Move it down around the shoulder blades. Drop another edge loop in there and then start connecting it to the neck. Another one here. Edge loop in there. And then see where we want to go with these. I might go back and add a few less. Kind of like a jigsaw without any, well, just like a jigsaw, no instructions, just figure it out. Turn B off, then delete these two. And connect that one up there. Add an edge loop in here, and in here. And one in there. Then we need a few in the head. Hit B on the keyboard and then start smoothing it out. Looks better with some more geo in there anyway. Get nice squares rather than elongated shapes. Smooth around the neck. And the back of the skull. Smooth the back out. I'm going to start on the legs. Ideally, I'd like some of this geometry to be a bit closer together. adjust the brush and then smooth it again. It'll be so I'll add some more geometry down the middle. Start going front to back now. Can look a bit ugly at this stage, but as you progress, it'll all end up really nice looking in the end. And then when we add more geo into the legs, we'll be able to use it for the feet. So now we'll stitch the front of the neck. And then we'll take this part out for a minute. And that's still not enough, so tweak it a bit. B key, smooth it a bit, probably not that much. Shrink the brush down a bit. Hit the B key again. Smooth out this part. This is basically the it's going to be the base mesh that we're going to detail in ZBrush after it's been UV mapped. And then we'll project all the detail all the high-res detail onto this low-res model. So we can hit the quad draw F8 on the keyboard, turn the live mode off, hide it, and we can start seeing what the character is going to look like. So we'll go to mesh display, mesh display, soften edge, set to face. For some reason it's just flipped all the geo, which is really weird. I must have caught the reverse, so reverse, soften edge. And you can start to see what he's going to look like. It's looking pretty cool. So this part here, we're going to select, take soft select off, and then we're going to weld the verts together. Hit G on the keyboard, G again, G, G. Same again. Keep hitting G once, you know, just to repeat the command. Delete history. Press 3 on the keyboard. So you can see when you've projected all the detail onto it and re-sculpted it, if this is the base mesh, it's going to look really cool when it's put into ZBrush and you put all the detail back into it, because this is just your base, this is the basic model. So you can tell how good it's going to look once it's been put into ZBrush. You've painted it, you've detailed it up, and after it's been UV'd, put all the detail on it and then bake it in Substance, and then you can add a combination of ZBrush paint with Substance materials. You have something pretty cool. So we press 1 again on the keyboard, go back to body, press 1, make it live, select the new Geo modelling toolkit and quad draw, and then we just continue. And finish the arms up. Keep working our way around. Add another edge loop, and then if it doesn't snap straight away, pull that vertices forward. And then just snap it in place. You can see that they need spreading apart a bit. And then we need another 3 edge loops, which will work nicely for the fingers. And then another edge loop, another edge loop. And then just fill in this last side. And then we'll smooth it out. Budge these to one side a bit. Split it and fill those in. Hit the B on the keyboard, adjust the brush, and we'll smooth it out a bit. Need more edge loops around the elbow because that's going to deform the most when it's rigged. And then we'll put another couple, we'll do it on this side. Just the brush, to smooth it. Add some edge loops in the legs. Smooth your shoulders. Smoothing on the wrong side. Without having the cavity in the chest. The only time consuming bit now will be the hands and fingers and toes really. And even then they don't take that long to do. So what we can do is hover over the edge, press tab on the keyboard, and then drag it down. Add some edge loops, smooth again. Press B on the keyboard, smooth it out. Press B to turn it off, hold tab down again, and again, and down to the ankles, and we'll add some edge loops. And smooth. When it's a detailed model, when the high-res model has got a lot of detail in there, sometimes when you're building over the surface it can look a bit rough. But it soon cleans up. So now I'm going to do the hands and feet as a separate video and show you what the body looks like. So we turn off live mode, hide the visibility again, turn off soft selection, put in quad draw, just clear dots, turn off quad draw, and soft selection off, F8 on the keyboard, and then go to mesh display, soften edge, press 3 on the keyboard, and you're starting to see what the base mesh looks like for the final character. This is what we're going to detail in ZBrush. So next it's the hands and feet, and then on to the next stages. We've got to retopologise the t-shirt, shorts, claws, heart and ribs. So we'll start with the heart. Turn the visibility on, make it live, quad draw, make sure symmetry is turned off, clear those dots, didn't want those, start off with a square. This will be really fast. Pull that edge down. Hold down tab, and then we'll straighten these up. And then straighten these out a little. Oop. Right, edge loop, edge loop. Pull these down a bit. Come out of edit mode, go to this one, delete it, mesh, smooth, then put that back in place with 0, 0 back to where it should be, which you'll see in the delete history, freeze transformations. So now we have ribs, W on the keyboard, turn the visibility on, and we make it live again, modelling toolkit, quad draw, and then start building the rib. The easiest way to do this is just make the retopo over the top. F8, get the rib, delete it, take this geo, extrude it, W, mesh display, reverse geo because it looks like it's inside out again. Yeah. Mesh smooth. It's concave, but we're going to use this, we're going to sculpt it in ZBrush anyway. Zero it out again. Freeze transformation. Then we'll do it again. So this time, no messing around. Select the shape that you want to cut out. And all we're going to do is extrude, W on the keyboard, scale, G, W, scale, really that easy. Mesh, soften, delete history, freeze transformations, all that can just be sculpted in ZBrush. No messing. Rename it heart _ low. Rib _ 001 _ low. Rib _ 002 _ low. Grab those two, middle mouse, place them underneath the group. _ low. Should do that for everything, do that later, but I'm starting to get somewhere with it now. So yeah, all we need to do now is hands and feet and it's done.